Ali McCabe, not your cousin, correct? Correct. Now we have questioning by ADA Lolly. So she's your friend who you have relatives in common with. Is that correct? Correct. What I'm going to ask you about is purely about Trooper Michael Proctor. How many times have you seen him in your life?
Hello. I want to do its own separate reading for is Brian Albert Colin's real father? That was a really awesome question. To me, it makes sense. They look alike. They act alike. Wait, did Brian hook up with his brother's wife too? We know he has no boundaries. Wait, that would literally mean that he also hooked up with that wife? This family tree. Wait, that is like, oh well, perhaps that's what we're asking. Or that is what we're asking. Is Brian Albert Colin Albert's dad? That question makes me want to sweat. Is Brian Albert Colin Albert's dad? Brian Albert Colin Albert's dad? In no way. I wonder if I should. It said no. Let's do 2 out of 3. I might pull regular cards. It says no. Darn, I was really hoping. Why don't we ask if Colin is really Chris's son? Is Colin really Chris's son? Yeah. Well, there's our answer then. So, darn, I was really hoping. So, in conclusion, Colin really is Chris Albert's son, not Brian Albert's. I was really thinking that he was. But with that, I will love you and leave you. And I just wanted to give him his own space because I was hoping he was. I wonder if I should ask it in a different way. I'm getting to leave it alone. All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you for coming. Good night. Hello. Welcome. My name is Kate. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. If you'd like to book a reading, the link is in the bio. I'm a psychic medium and a medical intuitive. And I have certifications for all of it. And so if you're having any health issues or you want a past life regression, they're my absolute favorite lately. Right now, they're my absolute favorite. So if you'd like to book a reading, let me know. And I'd like to start with thanking our wonderful, beautiful friend, Manifest Healing with Hippies. I love that name. You 7364. She commented under all of the readings that basically, so this is our list now. This is the old, I was trying to clean this up, but she commented under anyone who had afternoon traffic, Epstein, and DNA. Epstein and traffic are the same thing, but basically, I think I saw there were 40 something in that playlist, probably 36 of them. I didn't count them. And I only got to Auntie Bev as the trafficking ring. I'm going to explain that. So today we are going to jump into Colin Albert. If you don't want to watch the intro, that's why they have chapters, and jump ahead. We are, almost all of the people we've done have been loosely or somehow got Ashley at the Reckoning. We love her. I talk about her every day. The card that says, it either says Epstein, Underground Tunnel. I don't remember what the other code words were. The Ace of Wands also is something that has to do with money and sex. So thank you so much. That was awesome. I think I'm caught up on everything. This is for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Please do your own research. And if you haven't done any of the unclassified documents by the CIA, I noticed a comment. Someone didn't know where the word conspiracy originated, and that's okay. I've done a video on it. I happen to be a history buff. I love history, and I have a degree in, I have a couple, but one of them, that's not here nor there. The point is I love history. And if you don't know what it is, that's okay. Ignorance is bliss. Just kidding. No, I'm getting, so it said that it was a conspiracy theory. First of all, that word I'll just start off with is in the CIA documents as originating from the CIA. So that's fine. But saying that the feds may have bought Albert House, first of all, that is not off the table and highly, highly realistic. You have TV, probably. Person of interest would be a good resource if you've never heard anything about that. The government's involved. Amazon? Anyone? Then they have pictures of your front door and every address. I'm not saying that's a government entity, but they're very tightly, closely related to them. I have no idea. I'm just saying. But if you come for me on anything historical, I will bring back up because that's my jam. That is one thing. I I'm not presenting any of this as fact, just a chick with a tarot deck and a lot of common sense, and I'm psychic. So I did see, thank you, Turtle Boy posted something about Auntie Bev, and so that's awesome. I also made a how-to file a complaint. U.S. citizens can file complaints against federal judges or Supreme Court judges, and she happens to be one. So I made a how-to. If you don't want to take screenshots, it's okay. I made a PDF for it too. I was, for some reason, wound up. So today we're going to jump into Colin Albert and just check in. I don't think we've done him yet, which is I can't believe we haven't done him. But, oh, well, let me tell you who just jumped. Oh, I saw someone wondering who Bennifer was. You have to use your imagination. Well, Brian and Jen, Ben and Jen Affleck. That's how I made that name up. But Bennifer is right here. A card literally just jumped and it's Bennifer. So did I show you guys this list? I had to start this over because I had some spies. My nieces were pretending that they were spies. So I had to start it over. So if I showed you this, fast forward. If I didn't, this is all the people that got afternoon traffic or underground tunnels. Epstein is this. I was taking the notes. Thank you for doing that. I love you. As I was taking the notes, Epstein does equal underground traffic. We also have code words because, well, you can't say human traffic or it gets demonetized, and it's a $150 billion industry. I posted a woman in Congress talking about it. Bennifer's a nickname for the two archetypes. The way you get archetypes is you find the major arcana card that coincides with their birthday. And also, that's how you get an archetype. And then their archetypes develop through time. So Colin started off strong with Bennifer. I also think that he's either on the cusp of Pisces or Aries. I think he's definitely in Aries. Aries are fire. And we're just going to see what's going on with Colin. Well, things are not going... Well, I can tell you what's going on with Colin. I can't believe we haven't done this reading yet. Okay. And I saw something that you couldn't see me shuffling. Leave your tarot channel link. Anyone, please, leave your tarot channel link so I can watch you read. I would love to watch you read. And also the top, and we're going to have to compromise. I'd rather have the cards up so you can see them than shuffling. But if you have suggestions, leave your link. I'd love to watch you shuffle or let me know. Otherwise, we just have to compromise because it's in a studio, and clearly is. But okay, back to Colin. Move those guys. This is going to be a really short reading. Okay. Yep. This isn't going to take us very long. Oh, gotta be kidding me. He has some emotional issues. Yeah, I need a drink. Okay. Just going to make a little bit of space. Oh, this little guy can move. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you can't see those. Okay. You guys can see up top. Okay. You can't. I'm really trying, but I just have to. I'll explain these and then. Oh, there we go. Okay. Bennifer jumped. This is for Colin Albert. Sticky fingers. Chubby jumped. Or Chubby's here. Those are the archetypes. We also. We have a dead little boy. This card is infuriating when we're talking about Colin Albert. He's hanging around. Now he probably is hanging around. Oh, here, I'll explain it like we're telling a story. Actually, I'm just going to go through these. Chubby fingers and Bennifer. We have a dead little boy, probably on the lawn, hanging around to see what's going on. We have a page. He's young, and he acts like he's young trash. We have an offer of money. We have a delivery of money. I'm going to explain these in a different way. Sorry. Well, I'm not that sorry because it'll be a lot easier to explain. Okay. For Colin Albert. Oh, he's just so weak. We just caught him in Perjury, so that's good. I'll post that. He said when he was on the stand, he said that you know what else I saw? Okay, we finished that thought. He said he doesn't have social media. He just posted a Snapchat or someone found one. The other thing that I found was, I should post it. Actually, it'll make a lot more sense. I will. I'm going to. So what we have here for Colin Albert, Chubby Fingers and Bennifer. Then we have a young man who's probably not very honest and probably cheats and steals. He loves to fight. He loves to fight. He also needs outside validation because he doesn't know what self-love is. And here's his fighting card. Love loves to fight. He's always in the middle of a battle. He's probably so... I can't imagine coaching him. I bet, he was a good athlete, but you don't want someone like that. I wouldn't want someone like him on my team if I was coaching. I'm always in the middle of a battle. This is a new beginning. This could be a contract, words, could be a surgery. Then we are about to bring in, we have an offer. We know that things are tight for you, little guy. I don't know what his financial situation is. And okay, we have an offer of some money. Here's some money. Please join us. And he accepted the money. He is a little page. This can be, pages are runners. So, and this is a sword. So that's air. That's communication, speaking, a message. So we've already got our money. Then we're going to start. Oh, it's probably shut your mouth. Don't say a word. Don't talk. Don't talk. Here's a knight. Bring emotions. He's emotional. Yeah, you probably are. You probably are like a wounded child that needs some help. But then we have, we skipped the dead little, or here's our dead little boy. Yeah, he's 100% involved. I should have put him right before the offer. I think that he just likes to fight. He would fight anyone. I don't think he cared. But we had a dead little boy and then an offer. So it would go, he loves to fight. I bet he's in so many fights. I hope that the defense brings in some of the kids, like the kids on the other side of that text, the bang bang text, bring them in, put them on the stand. Wouldn't it be nice to see a classy little guy ready to go to college? He might be a freshman now. Now he's hanging around waiting to hear the news from the feds. He's probably a complete nightmare. And he said he had to get out of college. I think they blamed Turtle Boy for it. No, I'm guessing that's probably the fact. I don't know. I don't want to say anything about him, but there are the cards. I am about to pull some from Ashley's deck, although we don't need any. He probably, he has mental issues, and I'm saying that with all sincerity. I'm just going to explain this because I'm making a video, or I'm putting a video together, that psychopaths also are very calm under stress. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a shrink. I just have common sense. And there was there was one testimony specifically that Matt McCabe explained his wife was very calm under stress. Probably means nothing. Nothing to see here, folks. Probably nothing. I just saw that this morning. So that's what I was going to say earlier, but then I was like, it'll just be easier to make a quick video, like a short, and explain it. But then when I just got that this kid has some serious mental issues, so there's not one depth, as if you don't know that he's not smart or has any depth to him. Well, he's not smart, and there is no depth to him. All he knows how to do is fight, which is the fight or flight is a survival thing. We're all born with it. Because when tigers tried to eat us, not because you live in urban Boston. So he has no depth and no smarts, and he doesn't study, so blaming Turtle Boy for getting kicked out of school isn't gonna fly. And he was there, he accepted money, he fought, he was 100% involved. According to the cards, no facts here, for entertainment purposes only, please do your own research. Just check with a tarot deck. And these are Ashley from The Reckoning. We love her. Oh, here's death. All right, game on. This reading's done. We're done. We have 2 deaths. Yeah, not that much to him. Self-sabotage, yeah. All right, we're done. This is done. We're good. Thank you, cards. That was quick. That's how I like to read, Colin. Little time, because there's not that much. All you have to see is the word death and money. And we have money right here. So in conclusion, I'm going to wrap it up. In conclusion, Colin's involvement in this was preparing for battle. He's in the middle of battle. He doesn't fight fair. He hears the battle itself. He needs outside validation. He doesn't know what self-love is because he was raised by animals. He lives in survival, which is low. That's the red chakra. That's the lowest vibe. That's what keeps us 3D. I think that, and he needs outside validation. He needs boards and love me. He was, I don't think he had any money, which is fine. He's young. And so he was offered a deal by Chubby Fingers and Bennifer. If you don't know who Bennifer is, Ben Affleck, Ben and Jen and Brian. And he was offered money. He accepted the money. This page is him fighting. This goes in the back. Perhaps he's having a surgery. Surgery's coming. This is a new beginning. Air is here, communication. Don't tell a soul. Promise. This knight's bringing a gift of money. Could be bringing. He's also, the water is emotions. He's hanging around to see what's going to happen with the feds. Here's the dead little boy on the lawn and sealed up with the word death. So Colin's as involved as we expected. I just don't like dumb. So Colin, cross you off the list, buddy. And you didn't make any other list, so that's a plus. You might be the only person in your entire family that didn't make the other list in some way. But we're done with you. And I'll leave you guys with death. That was 18 minutes longer than we even needed. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for coming. See you next. Hello, welcome. Today, I would like to do a reading on Colin Albert. I did one yesterday, but I was super low vibe. I was in a really bad mood. And I was getting the feeling that I needed to redo it because I don't want to send my bad mood out. So anyway, we're here and we are about, gotta be kidding. This is a great start. Well, two cards just jumped in, one of them's chubby fingers. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a reading on Colin Albert right now. I'd like to first thank, if you did get to see the Colin Albert one, then you might understand why I was just I don't know. So I'd like to thank one of our beautiful, wonderful friends, Manifest Healing with Hippies, and I love that name, SU 7364. She went through and marked for me in all of the videos when people showed up for either DNA card showed up, the traffic card showed up, and Epstein. Epstein, I only got through down to Auntie Bev. I also posted, so thank you. I love you. I also posted a how to report Auntie Bev, and I did it, and there's a PDF. If you have any questions, if it's not clear, I created a PDF. It's in the notes here because I am sick of it. And we the people have a voice too. And so I put all the notes in the PDF. There's a link to the PDF. You can screenshot the PDF or download it, whatever you want to do. It has the docket number and everything that you'll need if you think that they should do an investigation. And with that, I am going to get started on Colin. Sticky Fingers is here and Spilled Blood is too. So we'll see what Colin Albert wants to tell us today. Boy, John's here. We have to move our little plants. Yikes. Oh, God, this kid. All right, we can be done now. I can keep going, but it's pretty clear. I will explain this. Oh, look at it. You guys can see perfect. Cool. We also have money. All right. So this is going to be shorter than the one yesterday. All right, let's get started with Michael Morrissey. Archetype. Oh, this is all for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Please do your own research. Don't come for me. I'm a chick with a tarot deck, and I'm not presenting any of this as fact. If I was, then you'll know. And obviously, and if you're not sure where the word conspiracy comes from, you have Google. Please check. So we have the archetype of Mike Morrissey, Mikey. I don't like calling him anything endearing, chubby fingers. His archetype is strength. That's the lion. John, whoa, what was that? John's archetype. Can you guys see this? There's some, well, as soon as we mentioned John's name, the lights started flickering. If you can't see it, John's here. And so is Bennifer. Bennifer is Brian and Jen. That was really wild. That was really cool. I could hear it flicking. So back to Colin. Oh man, Colin. So those are the three archetypes surrounding Colin's energy today at this one moment. Another card that jumped was Spilled Blood. This is a grief card. To me, when we're doing true crime, this is not wine, this is blood. Spilled blood. This could also be taking someone hostage. In my personal humble opinion, no facts here. This is when they took his phone, and that's backed up by Jen McCabe on the stand, repeatedly calling it, trying to find the phone. He really wants to get out of here. He's thinking of other ideas. The weight of the world is on him because He went into this fight with his sword drawn. He was ready to go. Cause death. The world as he knew it was over, and Judgment Day is coming. There is no more happy home. Everyone knows about the offer to keep silent and accepting the offer. And by everyone, the only ones that matter, feds. The feds are on you. Tough day to be Colin. So, we don't even need to read any more of Ashley's cards. This is only 6 minutes. That's exactly what I would expect to spend on this trash. We can read a few more cards. Ashley over at the Reckoning. I talk about her every single day because I love her. I just like her style. I like everything. I just like her. So we're going to read a few of her cards, see if they have anything different that they'd like to tell us. Oh, I'm getting a different vibe. 7 minutes of our lives we can't get back. Pattern repetition. He's involved in a political scandal. He'd like to keep his freedom. Ooh, DNA. There's a spouse. I have no idea what that is. DNA. I'm going to make a note of this for Colin. So what I was thinking, I have no idea. I pull cards and read energy, and I'm psychic. The thing about DNA that I think is, I could be wrong. I don't know what this DNA card symbolizes at this one moment. I think it's John's DNA. The feds have found John's DNA somewhere. Very, very crucial. It could be on somebody. It could be on him, someone else's. I think there's a transfer of DNA somewhere. I don't know. That's what I think. And so we have a list for it because enough people have shown up with this DNA card that it's a red flag to me. It's a put this on our list. Colin. So we can keep going, but what we know is that he was at the fight. He went into the fight with his sword drawn and it ended in death. He'd like to keep his freedom. I'll do a recap. Why don't we do that? Because that way we can integrate all of Ashley's cards. John O'Keefe is here. His archetype is here. McCabe, Albert, Bennifer are here. Sticky Fingers is here. We have a card that jumped for Colin was Spilled Blood. Crying over spilled blood. This is a grief card, and there's blood on the floor. This is holding someone hostage. This is backed up by Jen McCabe's testimony when she was calling it, but dialing it, whatever they're calling it, to find John's phone. He could not leave. He was held hostage, I'm guessing. Or the fight happened and they took his phone. Somehow, he was held hostage. Colin would really like to get out of here and keep his freedom because he's in the middle of a political battle, repeating patterns, behavior that's repetitive. His DNA is somewhere special that matters. It's no longer a happy home, I'm guessing, because Judgment Day is coming for the money that was offered and changed hands with the weight of the world now on him because he came in with his guns blaring. He probably was unreasonable. I don't know what happened that night, but he was unreasonable. He was directly involved in the death of John O'Keefe, and now his world as he knows it is over. I don't know what spouse and partner. That Caitlin Colin thing is not off the table. I don't know why this card would show up for him, but he held John captive and now he's crying blood. Well, he's crying tears because he spilled blood. So, tough day to be Colin Albert. The fact that he made the DNA list, though, is a little concerning. But if we have this information, we know the feds do too. So, Judgment Day is coming. Enjoy it. When you can't explain why your DNA why your DNA or John's DNA is somewhere crucial. Well, it's a tough day to be a criminal, but everyone's having a better day than Colin in general and has a few more brain cells, I'm sure. Yesterday's reading was pretty similar. It basically was that he just fights, and my vibe was super extra low, and I didn't want to send that out into the ether. So I got to think about it and redo it. And with that, I will love you and leave you. If you have any questions or you'd like to book a reading, link is in the bio. Hello, friends. Welcome. My name is Kate. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Today, I would like to do a reading on It's a mashup between Colin and Matt. I haven't had a chance to look through the comments yet, but I did see one on Facebook that was saying that she had a hard time believing Matt. That's okay. I just read energy. And so that's what I'd like to do today, a mashup between Colin and Matt McCabe. I would also like to thank everyone for liking, following, subscribing. And if you'd like to book a reading, the link is in the bio. If you have any questions, let me know. And today I'd like to do Colin and Matt. I've already set sacred space and called in the quarters. And I checked the speaker. I have a microphone, and apparently the other day it just wasn't recording. So here we are. Now I am going to do Colin and Matt. Oh, I saw a question asking me what cards I use. I use the Radiant Rider-Waite, and I love them too. The colors are awesome. It's a lot easier too for me because the light colors usually mean happy and darker means nighttime or whatever else it means. So Colin on the left, Matt on the right. The mashups aren't a competition. It's just to see their energies next to each other. And Matt threw a little bit of a curveball yesterday. So I want to check Colin and Matt's energies. Colin on the left, Matthew on the right. And, oh, no, this way. Move this. Oh, my little notebook is right here. I might have to move this notebook. All right. We have Colin on the left, Matthew on the right. Colin left, Matthew on the right. Colin on the left. John is here. So, Karen's here too. All right. This little guy, because Karen's here, John is here, and, oh boy, shocking. I'm missing a card for Colin. Oh boy. I also have cat hair in my nose. Oh boy. Karen's here again. I don't pull a specific number of cards each time. I just pull until it feels intuitively right. Well, first what we have, when we just put the Colin energy next to Matt's, John, Temperance. Temperance in a regular reading is also like an angelic Archangel Michael card. In reverse, it is the ultimate darkness, the king of this world. His brother has harnessed his power. He reports to an entity, not a person. This has represented Karen. She is a Pisces, the prince or the queen and king of cups. It's Karen. So John and Karen are here, which is a pleasant surprise comparatively speaking. So let's do Colin first. Colin was balls deep in this fight. He has some emotional issues. We already know this. To me, this is the perpetual victim, always carrying the weight of the world. This is a whiny victim to me, just because, not always. In a regular reading, this would be like carrying the weight of the world. Perhaps it's a mother who's taking on so much that resulted in a death. The King of Pentacles has represented Bennifer. The male side of Bennifer is a Virgo. He is a earth sign. Pentacles are earth. We have a little page whispering and telling secrets. We have a little, a knight running in and he's going into battle. We have, this is a spoiled little brat to me. No matter how I see it, the universe is offering him gifts, including on a cloud, and the cloud is trying to bring him a gift. He's sitting there with his little hands folded. Like, the other way that I've seen this card, especially in the Idaho 4 case, was the internet. Perhaps the feds have something that we don't know about yet. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It would be so nice if they televised the federal journal or the stuff. And then he wants to walk away. I would too. So, Colin, we already knew all this. He's balls deep. He's a whiny victim. Never does anything wrong. Perhaps the feds have a video that we don't know about, which I would be so psyched. And now, let me just make sure you guys can see this. Yes, move this stuff over. Now we're going to move over to Matthew. Matt McCabe. Well, this is smoke and mirrors. It is not as it seems. This is grieving over spilled blood. To me, this is a fat, happy man who is preparing for a battle, and this battle brought on tremendous heartbreak. This is a threesome that also resulted in the death of a little boy. Well, this could be John. He is wondering how he can get himself out of this predicament because a little page told him, we have a little deal for you, take the money. And he did. Well, that's no matter how you look at this card. I saw a comment from one of our Asian, I think she was Asian friends, Japanese maybe. She said that swords always mean, well, this to me, I don't know how you read this. I know other readers read it as rest and relaxation. In True Crime Tarot, this is a straight up coffin with 3 swords going into his forehead, his throat, and his chest. There's a mom holding a baby here, and he's laying on a sword. This is a dead little boy to me. This is the ultimate heartbreak, the ultimate. This is the kind of heartbreak that hopefully never really ever has to happen. If it does, it only happens once in a lifetime. This is like, Ethan used to show us this with the triplets that no one can find. If you can, please send it over. I'd love to see it. I'll talk about Idaho in a minute. I have some updates on Idaho. This is the ultimate heartbreak. Perhaps this is finding out that his wife sleeps with his brother-in-law. Or this could just be like Karen, John, and Matt's role in it. Pondering, fat and happy, crying over spilled blood, and illusions and delusions. I think that the illusion and delusion is that Matt was straight up involved in the death of our little boy. I think he fooled us all, or at least me. I did not have that on my bingo card. I don't know what I was looking for with Matt. I thought he was just a big doofus who might be on the, I am not as sure. Oh, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. No facts here. Everyone has Google. Don't come for me. And if you say something that is easily Google, if you Google it, then please take the time. My name on Reddit used to be, did you Google it? So I think that the smoke and mirrors is Matt was 100% involved. 2 readings in a row. His hand, you don't get a dead little boy in your reading. And Karen and John here. Now we're going to look at the Whispers of the Unsolved, Ashley at the Reckoning. I literally talk about her every single day because I absolutely love her cards and highly recommend them. I just want to see what Ashley's cards want to tell us. We've had a jumper. Let's see what the jumper was first. And a secret trip. I've gotten this before. This is your warning. Stop. Don't do this. This is your intuition. The afternoon trafficking. Greed, you don't say. They do have some timeline issues because their stories are junk. And for everyone who, or those comments that don't believe Matt was involved, that's cute and nice, and that's, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. All I do is read energy, and what I am telling you is that his energy is all over this. The other thing I just said the other day, what are you basing that on? Jen McCabe, Brian Albert, Julie, Nicole, Colin, Caitlin, they've all gotten caught in perjury already 100 million times. So it's your own deal, but don't check your common sense at the door. This is a gift. Yeah, kidding. Mind control. I don't know who that is, but there's a burial and a cover up. The power supply is part of the afternoon traffic. There's a couple and a con man. See, this is a flight air travel. This is the 2nd day in a row we've gotten this. I wonder who's leaving or if this is metaphorical. Ooh, confession made a deal. Someone asked me to see if Proctor flipped. We'll do that next. Blackmail paid off. Yeah, white trash family. Well, New World Order. This is like, well, there is about to be New World Order. I know that the elites have some dark thing in mind, and just don't get on that timeline. That's why I don't watch the news or anything. It's all fake. But we do want a New World Order in general that's much more loving and kind and basic human rights. Like the elites, they've already lost. There's danger. Don't do this. Red flag. I don't know who that's for. This is the psychos. Oh, you guys aren't going to believe this. I think it's Jen McCabe, or it could be Julie Albert. I don't know. One of them is like my TikTok. Like, I think she actually is, I don't know what she's doing. She's defending Jen McCabe, and that's cute. But on JFK's page, she has a Winnie the Pooh, like a fake name. Mine just says, I think it says Julie Albert as the name. And she's just feels so bad for Jen, which I just thought was so funny. I don't know. I just laugh at the comments, like, how good one. Not alive. They have a digital footprint. Here's our below ground. This is the metaphor for the tunnel system. Trapped. Okay. Mashup is straight up telling me that Matt and Colin were in this fight together. I did see the comments of like, that's fine. I said everyone's entitled to their own opinion. When you leave your common sense at the door, I am highly critical. And what I am seeing right here in this mashup, I can go back through it, but it's like Colin and Matt were instrumental in the death of a little boy. There were lots of bribes paid. I got all this money. John and Karen are overseeing it. She has actually come in before to guard us from the darkness, guide us or guard us. And this is John. This is his archetype. Yikes. There was a lot of smoke and mirrors. I'm just a fight, crying over spilled blood. We have an ultimate heartbreak. This could be Karen and John. John wasn't ready to go yet. We have contemplating leaving. Here's the actual fight. We have someone who's preparing and victim. And most victims aren't whiny. This just happens to be a whiny victim card. A little page is telling secrets because there's a fat, happy man who'd like to get away. I think they got something on camera, and here is the knight running in. So this mashup is straight up. Colin and Matt were there and touched John. And then Ashley's cards just reconfirmed them all. Everything that we already knew, which is why we love her and her cards. So I will love you and leave you with that. And Matt, we're right there, right in the middle of it all. And I wonder how many people Colin is like, I mean, Brian Albert almost killed someone. At least one or two people. That is on Sean's channel. You can check him out at Do the Motions. So with that, I will love you and leave you. I would like to also do a reading today, so you might see the sweatshirt a lot, because I want to do Proctor, did he flip? Great question. And it was Colin and Brian Albert. Brian Albert is just really dark, and I don't really love going into his energy. But with that, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for coming, liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all the things. I love you. Bye. Welcome. Welcome. My name is Kate. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. If you would like to book a reading, link is in the bio. I'm going to skip until I make a detailed how to report to Auntie Bev. I saw 2 comments, so thank you, if that was you, for telling me it wasn't, that I needed to clarify it. So I'll stop saying that until I just make a quick recording of myself doing it. And so other than that, those are my updates. Today, there's 2 videos that had questions that I want to go through. So if you're in the balcony, you can see my computer. But first, this question is Healing for Good 444. Oh, wait. No, I don't think you're the one that wrote the comment or the notes, were you? If you were, thank you, about trafficking. I'm curious as to what was up with her going to the high school after supposedly dropping Colin off at home. That's where 360 placed her. They hushed that up pretty quick. So, what's going on with the high school? Why don't we I'm trying to decide if we want to do the energy of the high school or the energy of Allie. Let's do the energy of Allie. Let's start with yes, no's, and then do a reading on it. So, I'm curious. We'll start with yes, no's, and we're going to ask, you guys can see this. Whew. We're going to ask the cards if, there, you guys can see. Did Allie go to the high school? So, Canton sounds like my hometown, and their house is exactly like the house I grew up in. The high school was right behind my parents' house, so driving through the high school is pretty common. But let's ask the high school, or let's ask Allie if she went to the high school. 360 placed her there. She was there. I guess what the question really is then, did she take Colin home? You know what? I don't think I did do a reading on Colin. So why don't we ask you know what we should ask? Did Allie take Colin home in Jen's Jeep? So we'll start with one question. Did Allie I've already set secret space and called in the quarters. I'm just going to ring my little bell. Did Allie take Colin home? That'll be the question for yes, no. Did Allie take Colin home? Yes. Well, that was easy. I should make sure that this is recording. I'm just going to double check it. I'll leave the top on. It'll be 2 seconds. It was on. There was one time that I recorded 3 or 4 readings, and for some reason the noise wasn't working, my microphone. So we're all set with that. So the answer is yes, Allie took Colin home. Did Colin go to the high school? Okay, so now we want to know, did Colin go to the high school? Because your question is asking if, so supposedly, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. There are no facts here. So Allie took Colin home. We can cross that off the list. And then it looks like she went to the high school by herself because she had already dropped Colin off. So did Colin go to the high school with Allie? Did Colin go to the high school with Allie? I'm tired. Ask me later. And the card that jumped is don't bet on it. So, that makes sense? You guys can see this? So, she took Colin home. He didn't go to the high school. What about, was Chloe? Oh, maybe she took, did Chloe get dropped off? These are just backwards, so as I'm talking, I'm rewriting. I'm fixing them. Did Chloe get out of the car with Colin? Or did Chloe get out of the car at Allie's house? We'll ask Miss Chloe. We love her. All right. I'm almost there. Sorry, team. All right. So now we're going to ask if Chloe got out of the car with Colin. Chloe, did you get out of the car with Colin? Chloe, did you get out of the car with Colin? Negative. Chloe, did you get out of the car with Allie? Chloe, did you get out of the car with Allie? Find your own answer. These cards are I hate it when it does that. Who else was in this Jeep? It was more than just Colin and Allie. So apparently this archetype deck wants me to use it. It has fallen twice. Well, I guess we will then. So who else was in this car? If Allie's boyfriend was there, was that who it was? There's someone else with them in the car that perhaps Chloe got out with. Did Chloe get out at the McCabe's? Possibly, and I don't understand. So we're hitting a brick wall, and so what I can wrap up with just these yes-nos is Allie did take Colin home. Colin did not go to the high school. Chloe did not get out with Colin, and we don't have an answer if she got out with Allie. There's someone else in this Jeep. So I'm going to put these away and see what this archetype deck wants to tell us, since it just fell on me twice. Well, not me, but okay. So what would you like to tell us, deck? What's going on? The warrior, the animal. Oh boy. So I know I've already mentioned, or perhaps I mentioned it over here. On TikTok, I was saying something about how Colin is living in survival. He's in his root chakra. That's your fight or flight. He has no emotional development. And someone misunderstood it. But the point was, he doesn't know how to diplomatically speak to someone. You can tell just by the way he was on the stand. He's not, in my personal humble opinion, Colin, no shade, but you're not the smartest kid I've ever seen on the stand. So this deck just jumped out at me. This is the Archetypes deck, the animal and the warrior. He would have been a perfect candidate for MK Ultra. He might be too dumb, but so the animal, that's his animal instincts, an animal in a cage. Oh, I wonder if this is talking about Chloe. Wait a second. I just asked a general question. What are you trying to tell us? The mirror, the mystic and the mirror. So the last reading that we did on this was the Jeep. This is the same card we've gotten before that says he was asking us to look at the connection. Oh, so this is the connection of the animal, Chloe. Oh, so this is confirming. I don't know what the warrior is. She got in a fight, but she didn't really know. She knew what she was doing. That's because her owner sucked so badly, in my opinion. So this is confirming. Oh, that was witty. Thanks, cards. So it was Aussie Insider. She's hilariously awesome. And someone figured out that Allie had this sketchy, weird story. Didn't bring any backup, just was talking about it. And the Archetypes deck fell on me twice. Well, not fell on me. Fell out of where it's sitting and has that. So we picked it up and we got the animal and the warrior and then the mirror and the mystic. The mirror, last time we got this, was asking us to look at the last reading we did. And the last reading we did on this was the G with Allie. So this is bringing us back to that reading with the animal, Chloe, and the warrior. She was a police academy dropout or something like that. And, well, she is a mystic now. And this is the riddle. Oh boy. That was a riddle that we just solved. Wow, that was pretty neat. Oh, excuse me, cards. So look back at the old reading. We're going to mirror that. Here's our animal, who was there's Chloe, was the warrior. She's a mystic now. And it's a riddle that we solved. Well, excuse me. That was impressive. I must say so myself. So now the question, though, did that solve that for us? I don't know if we've got an answer to that, though, because it said that she was in the Jeep. Then it said that I don't know if we just got an answer. The question that I guess what I can ask now is, darn, I shouldn't have picked those up. Excuse me. Must reapply. My lips are dry. So if I should have left those down as I was. So the question, though, is did Chloe go with Allie home? I guess, I don't know. Chloe, did you go home to Allie's house? Well, that was weird. The vow, they made us pact. They did. I feel like, darn. So we have that confirmed that Chloe was in the Jeep. Thank you for the confirmation. But now I'm curious about, I feel like she went home to the McCabe's. Did Chloe go home to the McCabe's? I don't understand. We're not going to find an answer to that. What is Allie doing at the high school? What card should I use for that? Let's do the energy of the high school. We're already at 11 minutes. All right. We're going to do the energy of the high school and see if we can figure out what Allie was doing there. All right. What was Allie doing at the high school? These cards don't feel right. What was Allie doing at the high school? We might have to switch over to Ashley's cards and see. Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning, a contract, surgery. They were setting up their plan because justice is coming. Oh boy. Well. Oh boy, the lovers. Who told her? Which lovers? Her mothers. Her uncle's banging her mom and her auntie. Weird. Oh, the Queen of Swords told her to go there and made a little promise because a little fool ran in. Oh, just oblivious, running right in to that happy home. Why do we have 2 pages? This goes back to the Colin friend thing. I saw somewhere that someone was asking if it was Brian Jr. I also heard somewhere, probably, I don't remember, that it wasn't Brian Albert's birthday or something. I don't know. That's just trying to remember where. Maybe this is Brian Albert because we have Colin and Colin's friend. Or this could be Allie, I guess. 2 little pages. Someone was there who was reasonable and thought this was a horrible idea. And she got pushed out. Who left? Was it Chris's wife? Did she ever end up going there? Julie Albert. She's the fuckery donuts. I think that kid, JFK, is so funny about the fuckery donuts. So someone in a mother role was like, this is a horrible idea. What are you guys doing? And the Queen of Swords told her and they were going to do it. I wonder if this is Nicole Albert. She thought this was a horrible idea. And Jen, her sister, told her to shut up. I bet you that, I wonder, because they were lovers, which one? He's banging them both. Gross. I bet you that's what this is trying to tell us. So this is somehow we're leaving with the dog. And we have, I'm guessing, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. There are no facts here. I'm guessing this is Nicole Albert saying this is a horrible idea, cut it out. And Jen McCabe telling her, I'll cut your head off if you don't shut the fuck up. I'm guessing. We asked for the high school energy and we're getting, it sounds like in the nighttime when they're leaving to go to the high school, because we have 2 little pages. Here's Allie and her boyfriend or cousin. He says cousin, she said crush or something. I don't know. I don't know what their relationship is. I don't care. Because a little fool ran in, oblivious that this is a cliff and he's walking into the slaughterhouse, thought it was a happy home. No one thought it was a happy home. There were contracts and marriages signed that night. They made a lot of deals. Here's our contract. This is a wedding. Oh, this is taking us back to Allie and Colin getting married. And here's Justice. Justice is Higgins. Oh boy. Justice is also Justice. Was Higgins at the high school? I think that what it's telling us is that late night, well, it's telling me that this is Jennifer McCabe's idea. Don't forget, I'm in charge. Well, thanks for that update. I'm going to light some more sage, clear this, and okay. Okay, thank you, cards. That was nice. It's nice to know what was going on at the end there. Maybe that 2 little pages was that there were just Allie and Colin in the Jeep. We're at 17 minutes. So let's ask the high school, why don't we do the energy of the Jeep? We could do the intersection of the energy of the Jeep and the high school parking lot. All right. I might just do the high school real quick and then stop it and do a different reading for that intersection because it takes forever to load. All right, so the question was, what was Allie doing at the high school? She did drugs. Oh, there was a rumor going around that someone that stopped by was literally just dropping off party favors. Here's our little page. I can't remember Allie's birthday. Here's our little page. Here's our dead man. Oh, here's the Emperor. Oh, here's Death. What does she have? What was in that Jeep? Did she take something of John's? Oh, here's Judgment. Oh boy, we've got the big dogs here. Oh, perhaps the evidence was Chloe. Perhaps that's what we're picking up. So we have our little page. Who is being directed by the Emperor? So we have our little page. Who is being directed by the Emperor? Take a guess. I have no idea who that is at this exact moment, but it could be Jen McCabe or Brian Albert, I'm guessing. And they had a problem. Big problem. Because they had a dead little boy on their lawn. He was straight up, he wasn't dead yet. And this goes back to that Paul energy, not the Paul, the satanic energy. With all due respect, it's satanic people. This is that hard worker. It was just a job. I've gotten that Paul was at the high school, and Sergio has gotten that Colin changed shirts. I wonder if Paul met her at the high school and he took the dog. Because it's for some reason I got evidence is leaving. I don't know if the dog was the evidence, but she's taking him to a hard worker bee. He's like, this is not his first rodeo. He's a master of his trade. Who knows what that is? And he does not report to a human. I will tell you that right now. If you have any questions about it, please see the Paul reading. She felt like she was trapped. She didn't know what to do with this because Judgment Day was coming and she didn't want to get caught in the sun. And I don't know why the D card's here. That's a question. This is also a spark, a new beginning. Get this out of here. Paul will meet you there. I can't wait to see those phone records. And I don't mean the ones that were touched. I said something on Twitter, or it might be on my TikTok. Someone from Canton was like, oh, the feds are done with this investigation. That's fine. What they're not done with is charges. And if you are from Canton, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just saying that in my experience studying poli-sci and history, they might be done with the investigation part. They are not done with charges. They just started. So in conclusion, we did to recap all of this, we did Chloe was with Allie and we got a confirmation. Chloe was not with Colin. We got elusive answer on the Chloe with Allie. Then we did another reading where the archetype cards were mirroring and confirming for us that Allie took Chloe. Then we asked about the energy of the high school. And what I got was a dead little, like an emperor, bossing people around. Because here, this is Allie. She's our little page. And an emperor is bossing her around because there's almost dead boy, death. Straight up there, he's going to die. And someone, I think, is going to meet you there. I don't know who this is, but if I had to make a guess, Paul O'Keefe. That's just allegedly for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. I'm literally a chick with a tarot deck. She felt like her hands were tied and she could not do anything because she did not want to get caught when this came to the light. And I don't know why this is a spark. Hurry up and get it done. This is a new beginning. Get rid of it so we can recreate our story. Well. That was interesting. All right, we're at 23 minutes. So I will love you and leave you. I would like to do a couple more readings. So you might see this shirt a few times today. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you'd like to book a reading, link is in the bio. And I love you. Hello, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. My name is Kate, and I would like to do a reading on Colin Albert. You're trying to knock out. I thought that it was Matt McCabe that flipped too. No, I thought it was Jen McCabe that flipped. No. I want to check Colin Albert and see if he flipped. Oh, shoot. I know I don't have his birthday. I might need to pause you and check his birthday, but let's just see if it was Colin. Some jumpers. So for our jumpers, we have Auntie Bev, we have Brian Albert, the Archetypes of, we have the moon. I think the moon is Karen Reed. This is Karen, thank God. We have Sticky Finger, Chubby. We also have John O'Keefe. We also have someone who'd like to get away. There's lots of money here. Darn. Oh, there's lots of knights too. He's a knight. Oh, we have, darn, it's not him either. So I thought it might be Colin. It's not. For Colin, who we have here? Chubby Fingers. Oh. The connection to Canton and the Whitey Bulger case is a guy named John Conley. I have no idea who any of these guys are, but I've done extensive research on it with publicly available documents. Everyone can do it. Please do it. And perhaps that's where we need to go, isn't Chubby Fingers? So Chubby's here. Karen Albert's, Karen. Karen's here. John's here. Auntie Bev has shown up. Brian Albert has also shown up. The Archetypes of. Bennifer, marriage of perhaps socio-psychopaths, allegedly. That's just an archetype. We also have El Diablo. He doesn't report to an emperor. The emperor's not here. He's a knight. He's just like a little kid. He was 17 when this happened. Was involved in perhaps an overkill. And it was not a fair fight. This is a little thief. This is victory. So he's offered a deal. Please take the deal. Take the deal. So took the deal and got money. Finally, he's thinking. He does not think. I've never seen him think ever, but he's really pondering how he can get out of here. So nothing's changed for him either, unfortunately. I will do a quick recap. Darn, who else could it be? McCabe. I've done the McCabe's Colin. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone really. Oh, Higgins. Really obvious. In recap, wasn't Colin that flipped, unfortunately. I think I just am cheering for these people to do the right thing. In conclusion, it's not Colin that flipped. Colin, we have Karen, she's protecting us. We have John, he's our little dead boy who is way overkilled. In a fight, an unfair fight, they stole their little thief, stealing lives and happiness, directed by the devil. El Diablo, socio and psychopathic archetypes here, perhaps Bennifer. We have Auntie Bev. We have Brian Albert's archetype and Chubby Fingers. This is Michael Morrissey. If the nickname Chubby Fingers is too hard to figure out, there's one morbidly obese man. Hi, Michael. That's fact. And facts are not defamation. That's not me saying shit about you. This is your birthday archetype. And you are morbidly obese. You should probably watch your weight. And so all of these big players are here. They made a contract. Take the deal. Take the deal. This is the code of silence. Here's the money. We know you're a fighter. You don't think very much. Although you're pondering how you can get out of here. You'd really like to get out of here, but it's too late for you. So Colin hasn't come to the light either. All right, well, we'll jump into the next one. And I'm going to do a reading for the members, a collective reading. So I'll do that right now. And then you'll probably see me again in this outfit. It's one of those days. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, let me know. If you'd like to book a reading, link in the bio. evening, my friends. Tonight we're going to do a mashup between Allie and Colin. I don't think I've done one yet. And there are a lot of unanswered questions in their timeline, like missing hours. The first two things, though, that I have a question about, I would like to know, I know we have at least 2 friends down here, or in here, who are down in the Canton area. And if you are, I might have things at the probate court that you actually have to pick up. And if you could give me a hand with that, that would be awesome. It's the Norfolk, why can't I pronounce that word? It's the same county that all of this is happening in. And if you're down there in the area, and it wouldn't be a huge deal, if you could help me out, that'd be awesome. There are things at the probate court, I just have to fill out the paperwork, and I don't know if I have to fax it to you. What is this? Anyway, so that's question 1. If any of our beautiful, lovely friends are in the area and can pick something up at the probate court for me. Question 2. I looked online for Colin's shoe size. I think an educated guess is he's probably a 9.5. I've dated boys, men, whatever. And I'm just guessing he's 9.5. If anyone knows what size shoe he is, or can confirm that he's a 9.5, then they'll answer that question. Tonight, I would like to look at Allie and Colin because I want to know if this was premeditated for Colin. And the reason is because Karen dropped him off at 12:20 and Allie picked him up. I hate their testimony. It's confusing. Okay, so regardless, there's an hour between 12:30 and 1:30 she lied about. And the timing of Colin texting Allie, which I'll put in here, and Colin leaving. Well, what is it when you get hit once and you get knocked out? I can't remember. But that's what this is starting to look like. And I got that we need to go back into it. So I just tried to do yes, no's, and the cards didn't feel like playing. So we're going to do a mashup. I want to know how culpable Allie was. Allie might be way more instrumental in this cover-up than we knew. I didn't give her enough credit. I thought we had kind of solved all of that with the Allie stuff. No, we haven't. And my assumption was definitely wrong. So why don't we do a mashup between Colin and Allie that night? All I care about is that night. And all I care about is before the party, was it premeditated? Was she carrying clothes in Jen's Jeep? I know we got that for him to change into. Today, I think it's Aussie Insider.
Getting corruption all day long. Oh, do that day.
Did a video on Allie perhaps driving Jen McCabe's Jeep, which explains a lot of things, and that Allie may have been driving the Jeep that night. And it says there's something off about Allie's little brown and white dog rescue story. It makes no sense and has nothing to do with Karen Reed or John O'Keefe, or even Colin. This particular untold story is somewhat of a mystery, but there may be a way to find out if that unnecessary detail actually happened.
Of all the things that Allie McCabe testified to, the only thing that the media took notice of was her allegation that she was harassed. I say allegation because it is just an allegation. There's no evidence to support it. I know there were protests at the time in and around Canton and near the home, but that's not the same as harassment. Nonetheless, that was the only takeaway that the mainstream media had from her testimony. But there was an ultra weird detail that she included in her testimony that for some reason Lally seemed ultra concerned about. Here's that segment of her testimony.
And the game gets over, where was it that you went?
I believe I was just driving around with my friends. And then as we were driving, we came across a dog on the side of the street. We knew a snowstorm was coming. We picked the dog up and then brought it to the police station and then drove the dog back to where its owner's house.
Common sense. On the night of a blizzard, why would a dog be out missing? I don't know. There's so much. So let's read on this and see because this might be how Chloe got out of there. That's where this goes. I'm as well find out. Let's check.
Say drove around, were you driving around?
And pretty aimlessly,
And at some point you come upon a dog, is that correct?
Correct.
And what is that?
And
a dog's unfamiliar. You, is that correct?
Yes.
What did you do with the dog?
The dog ran over to the car when we stopped and picked the dog up, and we didn't really know what to do with it, so we brought it to the police station.
Recall at all what kind of dog it was?
No, white. It was small. It was white and brown. Not sure what type.
And so while you're at the police station, what, if anything, did you learn about that dog that you brought to the police?
I went to the police station. The dog stayed in the car with one of my friends, and I was walking in, and the officer that I found a dog, he got a call from the owner, and she asked if she was like, "Oh, can you return my dog, please?"
And so you brought the dog back to the owner?
Yes.
You know what time all of that was going on?
I'm not sure.
So yeah, what's that unnecessary detail all about? If it were just that Lally wanted to put her somewhere at a specific time, then he would have already known that she didn't know what time that was. Or he could have introduced into evidence CCTV of her actually going into the police station at that time to prove that she was where he thinks she was at that time. But it really doesn't seem to me that that was the point of him going into detail about the little brown and white dog, because he didn't follow it up with anything. I didn't think much of it at the time, but the thing that did capture my attention was all the hoo-ha they were making about the white Jeep and making sure that everybody knew that it was Higgins' white Jeep. I thought maybe they're just trying to discredit Ryan Nail's testimony by putting the white Jeep in between his vehicle and Karen Reed's vehicle so that it might seem he couldn't have seen what he was saying he saw because there was a Jeep in the way. But shout out to Joe Flipperhead for bringing this to my attention. Guess who else has a white Jeep? Not just any old white Jeep, a Jeep Wrangler. You type of Jeep that works best in a blizzard. Ali's car, a little blue Ford Fusion, was not equipped for driving in the snow. So now we're all wondering, was Ali McCabe driving Jen McCabe's white Jeep Wrangler that night? And more importantly, why did Jen McCabe Higgy's white Jeep Wrangler had a black soft roof top as well? And could the unnecessary detail about the little brown and white dog be some sort of cover story for Ali's Life 360 or maybe even CCTV later showing that she was getting around in Jen McCabe's white Jeep with a dog in the car? Switch out the soft black rooftop for a hard white rooftop a little while later.
I feel like I don't really need to read on this, but we're here. So did Allie have Jen McCabe's Jeep the night of the unaliving of John O'Keefe? Is Allie driving Jen McCabe's Jeep? As long as you're ready. I'm going to say, yeah, as long as you're ready. What does that even mean? These cards. Oh, weather permitting. I just missed it. That was the card on the other side. Shoot. Just put them back together. You're in the bleachers. This might be a little confusing. Oh, dang. I just, well, I can find it. What I did was I split it and it said, as long as you're ready. And on the other side, the one I didn't look at until I was putting them back together said weather permitting. So she was hesitant to drive her own car because it was the weather.
Of course, CCTV isn't going to show us how big or small the dog is or what kind of dog it is. It's probably just going to show the shape of a dog in perhaps the passenger seat. And I suspect that dog was Chloe. The reason I suspect that dog was Chloe is because nobody mentions the dog barking. Jen McCabe doesn't mention the dog barking at her when she burst into the bedroom and surprised her sister. Nobody hears the dog barking at the women shrieking out the front of the house.
Okay, was Chloe in Jen McCabe's Jeep? This answer is negative. Okay, I have to ask it a different way. Was Allie driving with Chloe in the Jeep? Possibly. It's guaranteed. She's right. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got, it's also possibly here, but this is on the other side of the cut. So she's right. Life 360 said she drove around. Was she at the high school? Does anyone actually have these Life 360, or is this part of the Fed stuff? If we could see that, then I guess that would answer all of our questions. We wouldn't need to. I have a lot of questions. Allie is a Pisces. She's a moon. the moon. She's a February 20th baby, and Colin is March. So I'm giving him Aries because he has that energy. Doesn't have a Pisces. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I think he acts like a fire sign. But plus, most of the time you see the fire signs on the front page of the papers for true crime. So we're just going to look into Colin and Allie. There's way more there. That's where our secrets are. All right, I'm going to do Allie on the left, Colin on the right. I said Allie on the left, on the right. Oh, Colin might. Remember when I thought they were going to get married so she didn't have to testify against him, and everyone's like, no. Well, Allie on the left, Colin on the right. Allie on the left, Colin on the right. Oh, Karen's here. Thank God. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Glad you're here. Oh boy. Yep. Allie on the right. No, wait. Allie on the left, Colin on the right. I just want to make sure you guys can see this. Okay. I forgot to turn the top on. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I think I did. I might have a problem. I'm going to mute you or pause you for just the top's not on. Oh, and I saw some people were asking if I was okay. Yeah. I just started reposting the card versions as I find them. So they're not new. I would never. But just so you know, everything's totally fine. This isn't recording, so BRB. Okay, the top's on. Good thing I checked. All right, so we must have been on Colin. Allie on the left, Colin right. All right, well, let's start reading. Karen's here. Good. All right. Allie wants to get out of town. Actually, why don't we put them together? So Allie wants to get out of town, and Colin is pondering. But he's looking at Allie. He knows that Allie holds the key. Okay. Then chubby fingers for Colin. Yep. Allie perhaps got some money. Chubby fingers for Colin, and Allie was offered a deal. But this was not the kind of deal Josh Levy is going to make. Here's her contract, right? Literally right here. And he got fighting. Yeah. You don't need Tara to tell us that. She's a hard worker. Who cares? Just be in jail. And that's allegedly based on the documents that I saw online. Thank you, Turtle Boy. And Austin has a couple of news. And here's the King of Wands. Well, Jennifer McCabe is Queen of Wands, so she stands in her masculine. Allie's the key. Didn't we say one time that they should go? Oh, it was her dad, McCabe. And I know Sean, I have little to zero respect for him right now. And everyone has their own opinions, I'm sure. I was one of the first to unfollow him, I'll tell you that. He has made, I don't know though. He's like a patsy for the dark side, so I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to talk about the hockey bag. No wonder the FBI picked up the hockey bag. They looked at her GPS and saw where she was. That has the clothes in it, I'm guessing. Here's John. All right, so we're on the right page, or right track. Here's the Hierophant and El Diablo. Well, everyone knows. And this is where the keys are. Here's Allie. All right. Well, basically all we have cards right here. We have John O'Keefe's card. We have Josh Levy. Pick up the pace if you want to keep your job. We have El Diablo. All right. So this is where the secrets are. I'm going to clear these. I'm going to light some sage. All right. So Allie has this. I have probably 20 questions to ask. I want to know what happened between 12:30 and 1:30 on the night of the morning of January 29th. All right, was this premeditated? Let's ask between Colin and Allie. It's a tough day to be a criminal. All right, good. So Colin knew he was going to get in this fight before he called Allie for a ride, which I don't know how much of any of that's true. I don't care. Okay, so yes, it was premeditated. Well, that means, she participated in a conspiracy and she was culpable. Criminal minds, you don't even have to watch TV or be a lawyer to know those. So this is straight up. She willingly participated, yes. Were her decisions made? I would say, yeah, Allie's in trouble. We've known that for a long time, but did she dispose of any evidence? We already got that she was driving her mom's Jeep. And that's why the FBI, within a week or I don't know, went to a house and got a hockey bag. Whether you believe Sean, I don't, but I do trust that one thing. If Turtle Boy reported on it, I don't know if he did or not. Then I would say it's true. I don't want to get involved in any of that drama, but my loyalty just lied to Karen. And I don't have time for the dark stuff. So this is what I think they did. Okay. I'm gonna say this out loud because we've said it a million times and all these questions are running through my head. I think, Allie was already at the house. So when did she leave and why? Who cares? Then Allie and Colin left. I think they took the dog And I think they took it to the high school. Chloe, sorry. Oh, I just called her an it. Sorry, Chloe. Chloe, CHL to the high school. Okay. Ellie and Colin took Chloe to the high school, who picked her up from the high school. Then she's seen driving around for an hour after this. Where's she driving? Where did they dispose of the evidence? Where is it now? That's what we need to know. Okay, let's ask if Allie had... Okay, I did get that it was before that night, but did Allie help dispose of evidence? Never. All right, let's do 2 out of 3. Did Allie help dispose of evidence? And I might need to... Okay, let's ask it the same way. Did Allie knowingly dispose of evidence? It's the same never card. All right, cards aren't going to play. Fair and cheating. Yeah, we know. All right. So we just did our mashup. The cards were exactly as you would expect. I wonder if Colin flipped. We know Nicole and Brian did. I'm trying to remember where that Hierophant landed. It was on his side or her side. Oh, that would have been our answer, I bet you. Okay, absolutely not. That's ask if Allie flipped. I'll tell you later. These are the same cards over and over. It's where that Hierophant landed. And now I can't remember where it landed. I think it was on the left, and Allie was on the left. Did Allie flip? Never. That's that same card. I'm going to set it aside. It keeps jumping out at us. Indeed. Do 2 out of 3, but did Allie flip? No, without question. Oh boy. There might be hope for Allie. Allie saw the writing on the wall. We just got 3. Allie flipped. Good. She should. Okay. That's a game changer. I get it now. I thought that we had beaten this Allie Colin thing to death. I thought it was done. No, it was not done. Allie flipped. That may be 4 confirmations. So that makes a lot more sense. Maybe our conscience got to her. I would love that for her. Let's do a reading on Allie today. Let's see how she's doing right now. Or should we do that night? Let's do today. Well, this is what we needed to know. Allie flipped. Okay. It's all coming together now. All right. Let's just do Allie and I'll just let everyone lead it. Allie McCabe. What's going on with Allie? This is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here. Everyone has Google, and I literally am a chick with paradox. Except I do love justice. Okay. And if anyone confirmed that Colin wears a size 9.5 shoe, or who at the house had a 9.5 shoe, that'd be very helpful. I'm like 99% sure it's Colin's, but I'm not sure. All right. I'm going to set some more secret space, or clear the space. Oh, yeah. Allie's spot. And Allie's card is here. Here's the cherry. Remember I kept saying, I just need to make sure you guys are still on. I kept saying they should get married so she doesn't have to testify against him. Well, the lovers showed up. Here's Allie and Jennifer. Allie and Karen. And here's Colin and Albert running in like psych. Here are the lovers. I don't know if they're fearless. They're not cousins. So here's judgment. Here's the tower. We just did a death lesson yesterday. If you're learning and you saw judgment, okay, so you have the lovers. This could be their energies intertwined because it's like very convoluted. There's Judgment Day. Here's the tower. It's over. The tower to me is 9/11. Buildings are falling. It's not a reset. And I know other people read it that way, and that's nice. And here's the chariot, and she's a magician. She's lying and pulling stuff out of a hat. This is a lot of major arcana cards here. Judgment, the tower, the moon, and the lovers. These are life-changing events. She got in trouble with her lover, whether they are actually, this is her and Karen. She drove the getaway car. I mean, at this moment, you almost can't tell me that murdered John. And she made things disappear. Where are the clothes that he had on? Judgment Day is coming, and everything is falling apart around her because she is stuck between 2 horrible decisions. And this to me literally is right out of our death lesson. She's made so many horrible decisions. 8 feet under or 8 feet cell. Life is over as she knows it. There's no Hierophant here right now, but here's another magic card. It's fleeting. This is like happiness for a moment. It's a 3-person pact. There's a little page there. And here's Colin running in like a psycho. What is it called? A cold clock or something? When you get hit one time and it knocks you out. That's what I think happened. There's like 1 minute of overlap between when John got there and left. If she hasn't flipped, oh no. Oh boy. I'm getting something that's like highly concerning. So I'm going to ask if I can say it aloud. If I can, then we're going to go down that road. But signs point to yes. Okay. I don't know what is going on down there. What I do know, I'm just reading energy on a card. I do help police officers, though, solve crimes. So, and I'll tell you that. I don't know how long Allie will be in this meat suit. And I am saying that because I don't know if she would make it to a trial. I'm not getting suicide. I'm getting, maybe it's her mental health she's about to lose everything. And I mean, including, it could be her meat suit too. Here's issues. This is stress and anxiety everyone's seeing between the lines. And this is an overkill card. This is out in the cold, and this is a dead little boy. Allie can't die. All the secrets will die with her. She reckless. Like, we don't have any addiction cards. Getting suicide. I think, like, what this feels like is live in New England. So in the beginning of, or at the end of winter, there's thin ice, and people still, especially when I lived in Maine, but drive their trucks out on like very thin ice. I feel like that's Allie right now. She's on really thin ice. I don't know if it's her mouth or her meat suit. We literally just had our death lesson yesterday, and almost 4 of the 8 cards are here. Where's the tower? I'm not getting like, I don't know what's going on down there, Allie. I'm not even getting like mental health. I'm getting like, this is over. This is 9/11. This is a dead little boy. Stress and anxiety. This is the ultimate broken heart. This is like the kind of pain like Ethan used to show it to us all the time. Just fleeting happiness. And here's another 3-person pack. Here's Allie. Here's the chariot to get all of the evidence. It's a magic show. They pull stuff out of a hat. Judgment Day is definitely coming because Colin started ready and he went into battle. She's entangled with her lover. I don't know if Allie's going to make it to a trial, and I don't know if she'll be alive, and I don't know what's going to happen. We just had a death lesson though, and all of the cards are here. Okay, Allie can't die. We need justice. Wonder if that's like being metaphysical. It's like, it's not our reality. It's maybe the die should just go Allie. I don't know. She's like suicidal. I'm not getting anyone else anything to her. I'm getting that she does it. I don't know. I know what I just saw, but I'm not. Cole Albert had like serious remorse and grief. There's none of that here. That's like, I have no judgment on suicide at all. That's your path, and you get to just come back and do it again, and it'll be harder, but it feels like the easy way out. I don't know. I would keep an eye on her. Her life is like definitely, I don't know if it's metaphorical or what is. I want that for anyone that I loved or cared about. I wouldn't want to see that anywhere. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Ellie's in trouble. And I don't know what kind of trouble she's in. She's in some big trouble. Perhaps it's like metaphysical. And her life as she knows is over. She flipped, but right after that, we got every death card that I just taught us last night. Almost everyone. Which one didn't? Oh, the one that actually says death. That's not really death, though. That's just a change. The tower is straight up death. The overkill card is death. The ultimate broken heart. That could be John and John's dad and Karen. Well, I understand. Now more of the pieces are coming together. Thank you, guys. Tough night to be a criminal, but everyone's having a better day than Allie. I don't even know what to say. Like, I wouldn't want to see that for anyone, ever. Even Allie McCabe. Shit just got real for her, or it has somewhere. But there's no emotion. That's the main thing. There's not remorse or sympathy card. It feels very much like the easy way out. Good luck. You get to do it again. So you learn the lesson. And maybe her lesson was like independence. I don't know if anyone's getting anything different. I'm going to stand by that though. We will look back into this probably not tonight, but I'll do it again. Now I understand where the urgency came from. It's getting some urgent messages. And homework for you guys. If anyone could confirm that Colin has a size 9.5 shoe, and if any of our friends are down by the probate court, I can send it. There's 4 probate courts in your county, and I can send it wherever. We might be doing like X meal. What is it? blackmail or something like practicing. I don't know. So on the Apple data and Colin steps, the night that John showed up, I want to do a reading on a boxing glove that Colin was wearing that was weeded. And that was what he took and if you can see that light, it just started flickering. And like I said, it only flickers when John's here. I think it's flickered 2 other times other than John. But what I'd like to do is a reading on the glove itself, I guess, to figure out where it is or what do we need to know about it. And Jackson asked Colin, were you wearing gloves that night? And Colin said, no, I'm a tough guy. I just do the bag without gloves. So this is going to be really quick. I
will beat all your asses. I promise you, I will fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch.
Showed up at the time in July of 2023 with your knuckles busted up again, didn't you?
Correct.
And you were asked about your knuckles at that time, correct?
Correct.
And that time you said, oh no, I didn't fall down on black ice and slip and break my fall with my knuckles like you said here. You said, oh, I hit a heavy bag and busted my knuckles up on a heavy bag, right?
Correct.
So that heavy bag was you practicing boxing, right?
It was me getting cardio, yes.
Which is in a form of fighting.
In a form, yeah.
Punching a bag.
Yep.
That's how you choose to do your cardio.
Sometimes.
And you're right-handed?
Yes.
And it was your right hand that was busted up.
Correct.
So when you throw your hardest punch...
some stuff to do. So I want to know, what do we need to know about this glove? Why is it? I got a lot of stuff and I've written it down. When I have time this afternoon, hopefully, I'm going to sit down and methodically go through it. In the meantime, though, I just want to see what we need to know about this glove. Well, the star's here. That's Jen McCabe. There was a fight. Hierophant's here. Maybe the feds already have the glove. Good. There's some money. Temperance is here. John O'Keefe's here. The world's here. And this glove has seen its fair share of fights, and it's a good glove. This glove was Colin was very proud of this glove. Turtle Boy has posted videos of Colin in straight up white trash fistfights, and this glove got him a lot of D, and I don't mean dollar. And this glove got him in a lot of trouble. Oh, here's Karen. Oh, and here's John. So, just making sure you guys are on. So this glove, all right, here, got it from his parents. It caused a lot of trouble. Here's Karen. Here's John held against his will, and here's the fight. All right, so our question was about the glove. What can the glove tell us? Well, why don't we start with John? John's here. And Karen is here. She is a cup sign. She stands in her masculine and her feminine. This naked star is Jennifer McCabe. The Hierophant is Josh Levy. As long as he makes moves, come on, Josh. We love you. This is telling me the feds already have it. This glove was the end of a world. The world for our friend John. Where is he? Here's John. John met his end, the end of the world, through this glove. I'm guessing that the feds have it. Jennifer McCabe knows all about it. Karen's here because Karen needs moral support. So this glove perhaps won him some battles. Colin, that is. It's been in a lot of fights. And it made him proud. He did well. It was almost like a lucky glove. He did well. This is outside validation. Perhaps he got some D. Ew. I'm seeing this more as just not the afternoon traffic, just got D because it's so cool. Sorry. But now there's King involved. This has represented the McAlberts, and it's causing him a lot of stress because John was held against his will, and this happy home is falling apart. The story behind the glove is Colin, Albert. In my personal opinion, this is all allegedly entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here. Everyone has Google, and Don't come for me. I'm literally a chick with a tarot deck. Glove that Colin was wearing that night, I am guessing, is with the t-shirt, which perhaps could be in a hockey bag, which we know the cops have, the feds. So I am going to love you and leave you. I'm coming back. I have some Thanksgiving to run, and I will see you guys later. I just wanted to get that done so that I started laying a foundation for this afternoon. And have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time.